For millions is under threat, and hundreds of thousands of federal workers are still going without pay. Republican leaders, led by Majority Leader John Thune, want to pass a package of bills that would fund parts of the government, including food aid, veterans programs, and Congress itself, while extending funding for everything else into December or January. Democrats, meanwhile, say that doesn't go far enough unless it includes at least a one-year extension of Enhanced Affordable Care Act subsidies, which help keep premiums down for people buying insurance on the exchanges. Without action, those extra subsidies expire in January, and premiums on average are expected to more than double next year for many families.
Republicans are not about to further burden taxpayers by blindly extending a flawed program. The Democrats' proposal is just more of the same, masking rising premiums and padding insurance companies' profits with more taxpayer dollars. The Democrat leader's proposal is a non-starter.
I know many Republicans stormed out the gate to dismiss this offer, but that's a terrible mistake. Our offer is not a new policy. This is not negotiating in a shutdown. It's simply agreeing to maintain current funding levels.
Meanwhile, moderate Democrats have floated a compromise, reopen the government now with a promise of a future vote on those subsidies instead of a guaranteed extension today. Republican leaders say they're open to talking about health care, but want stricter limits on who can get the subsidies and how they are delivered. At the same time, pressure from President Trump and Vice President J.D. Vance now pushing Republicans to consider scrapping the Senate filibuster altogether, a move GOP senators so far have rejected in favor of a bipartisan deal. This morning, we can tell you President Trump is posting on social media from Mar-a-Lago, criticizing Obamacare as the worst health care for the highest price.
We're going to replace this broken system with something that is actually better for the consumer to meet the goal of lowering health care cost.
And behind the scenes, the math is tight here. Republican leaders say they need just 5 more Democratic votes to move their funding package forward. But even if a deal clears the Senate, there's no guarantee it survives in the House or that President Trump would sign it. For now, senators are expected to keep debating throughout the day, but currently there are no votes scheduled. We will keep following this developing story for you, but that is the latest for now here live in the studio. Lauren and Megan will send it back to you.
Yeah, we'll watch that closely. It affects so many. Omar, thank you. There are plenty of headlines from our nation's capital.
Here's what we are watching in Washington this morning.
We begin with ICE. It continues to acquire powerful new surveillance tools to identify and monitor people. The latest technology includes apps that let federal agents point a cell phone at someone's face to potentially identify them and determine their immigration status in the field. Another new technology allows agents to scan a person's iris and pupil. The federal agency is also ramping up social media surveillance with new AI-driven software contracts. Civil liberties advocates warn there is little oversight to ensure federal agents are using these tools in a way that protects privacy and constitutional rights.
And the Washington Commanders getting a new football stadium, and President Trump reportedly wants his name on it. ESPN reports that the president has had back-channel talks with the team's ownership. This is the group about potentially naming the stadium after him. Owners are expected to continue those conversations today when the president attends the Commanders game against the Detroit Lions. The White House press secretary has said naming the new stadium after the president would be, quote, a beautiful name, unquote. She also credited Trump for making the stadium rebuild even possible.
And today, NASA is launching 2 new probes to Mars as part of a mission to find out why the red planet lost its atmosphere. Scientists believe Mars once had a thick atmosphere with flowing water on the surface until something stripped it all away. NASA and UC Berkeley researchers hope to uncover what happened using the twin orbiters, nicknamed Gold and Blue. The probes will study how solar storms and space weather affected Mars and what that could mean for protecting our planet. Gold and Blue will arrive on Mars in 2027.
And a mind-bending experience opening up on the promenade in Santa Monica. It is called the Museum of Illusions.
KTLA's Erin Myers has been taking us around all the exhibits, and they are really visual and they are really incredible. And here's more.
Really cool.
Hey guys, yeah, they just opened right in the heart of Santa Monica, and they have all sorts of different exhibits, dozens and dozens that are gonna make you go, what did I just see? How is that even possible? One of them, it's called the Ames room, and I'm gonna bring in Crystal, because it's gonna make me very tall or very small. And you can see we're very similar in height. So we're gonna walk in, fill us in on what's gonna happen real quick.
All right, come on in, Erin. This room is actually a cubic room, and what's going to happen is going to give the perception that I am shrinking and you are growing.
Okay, so I'm gonna be a giant, guys. Take a look. The first time I've been tall in my entire life. It feels very nice. I always round up with my height. So I'm gonna say, right now I'm about like 10 feet tall. Crystal's more like 4, but we'll switch real quick so she can get the height now. And oh, I'm so little. Very cute. It's fun and it's so neat. How does this all work?
This room is actually shaped like a trapezoid, but the camera gives the illusion and your depth perception that it's actually cubic. So it's great for the kiddos that they can actually be taller than their parents for once.
Which, you know, eventually will happen, but right now they can see it in real life when they're still little. Tilted room. This was another one you showed me. I like this a lot.
This is a lot of fun. When you come in here, the floor is at a 45-degree angle, and it kind of gives you the opportunity to lean into a very cool...
We're like superheroes a little bit.
It's a lot of fun.
And then this is not just fun, it's educational too.
It is educational. Again, we discussed being STEM accredited. There's an agenda that's basically great for field trips and summer camps and things like that.
And then talk about family friendly as well. Lots of opportunities for pictures, good memories.
Yeah, because we want you to capture that moment and have an experience. Great for families, great for couples, great for outings, great for corporate events. We say from 5 to 95. Everyone's welcome.
We'll put some details up on the screen. If you want to come check everything out, you can go to the website, get tickets there, or you can get them in person if they're not at full capacity. They're open 7 days a week, and as you heard, it's fun for the entire family. This is just a little taste of what we've shown you. Many more than 80 different exhibits to come check out, and you're gonna be feeling pretty amazed. I'll send it back to you on that.
Oh, that's really cool. We got to add it to the list.
Yeah, looks like fun. It's my neck of the woods. So
That's
we'll make
true.
it a date.
And then we'll go on a hike.
There you go. All right. Hard to believe, but it's been 10 years since Baby Shark sparked a worldwide dance craze.
Wow, it's been that long. And to celebrate the major milestone, Pink Fong. If you're a parent, you get this because you see Pink Fong pop up at the end of the Baby Shark videos all the time. Pink Fong's Baby Shark has collaborated with Snoop D-O-G-G, Snoop Dogg's beloved animated series Doggyland, for a remix that'll have you splashing around.
Do the Shark, featuring Snoop, already topping the kids' music charts and catching millions of views on YouTube. You can watch it on YouTube's Doggyland Kids and the Pink Fong YouTube channel. But here to celebrate their Doggyland collaboration is Baby Shark, Bow Wizzle, and Yap Yap, and you know what it's time for.
Ooh.